Hello, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please take your seats so that you'll get fed. Anyone standing will not receive dinner tonight. But if you could, we'd like to get your seats so we can get this party started, okay? Thank you. All right, we almost have everybody in their seats. No food will be served until every single person is in their seat. It's part of the deal here at Seven Oaks. All righty, everybody. Thank you for coming tonight. Great job taking your seats. I'm not sure where the peer pressure came from, but we appreciate it. So, good evening. I'm Bob Meadows. I'm going to be your MC for tonight, so be careful. We're going to have fun. We want to welcome all of you. Thank you for coming to the 2022 BC Alumni Hall of Fame dinner. All right. Of course, we wouldn't be here without our sponsors, so let me, for the first of many times, let me let you know who they are, and then we'll let you eat, okay? The presenting sponsor, Congressman McCarthy's campaign committee. The legend sponsor, Mary Trishelle. Okay. Legend sponsor, Mary Trishelle. Night sponsors, Barbage Hooper King, K. Meek, UBS, Bakersfield Ivy Legacy Foundation, Continental Labor and Staffing Resource. You're running out of applause. Dignity Health. Okay. Our red and white sponsors, Berry Corporation. Jeff Bell of Edward Jones. Varner Brothers, Ordees Melby, Motor City West, Karen and Pat Thompson of Cushman Wakefield, AECOM, Gwynn Construction, Assemblyman Vince Fong Committee, Dr. Gene Fuller, CSU Bakersfield, Valley Strong Credit Union, and finally, Klein D. Natale, Goldner Attorneys. Thank you for sponsoring this tonight. Thank you all for coming. We're going to have fun. Please enjoy your dinner. Going to see you about 7:30 and we'll get started, all right? Thank you. Enjoy your time. Okay, everybody, we're going to try and find our seats and get started. Amazingly, I see more on the left sitting down, so we got a few people straggling in, and there's more dinner coming, so please enjoy. All righty, everyone. Welcome again. Good evening to all of you. Thanks for coming. On behalf of President Zav Dadaboy, the Bakersfield College Foundation, the Bakersfield College Alumni Association, we welcome you to the 2022 Alumni Hall of Fame. I'm Bob Meadows. I'm Bob Meadows, BC class of 1975. You've seen my photos up here, and my wife and I, so I think hair's overrated now, but back then it made my dad mad, so why not? We're so pleased that you have joined us for this event, which is actually a restart of a tradition that was begun by the Bakersfield College Alumni Association back in 1987 and continued through 2013. You've seen some of the list of very famous names out there in the lobby. Many thanks to our reception team for getting everybody handled and get them in here. This evening benefits the Bakersfield College Alumni Association Scholarship Program, and your support is very much appreciated. I was so honored when Cheryl Scott asked me to be tonight's MC. BC has been very important in my life. I got my AA in journalism there, won a state sports writing award. I was editor of the Renegade Rip. Most importantly, I met my wife Vicki there when we were both 18. And in November, we will celebrate 44 years of marriage. I think she's watching, so I was. Now, as a business development director for the city of Shafter, I also want to take a moment to thank Bakersfield College for their strong partnership to help save our library when, sorry Ryan, the county wanted to shut it down. Special thanks to trustee Romeo Agbalog, who was critical in that. As this partnership has gone on in Shafter, and I told Cheryl, I work for Shafter, it's the price you pay for having me up here, if I can mention it. Samantha Saldana is an employee of BC, and she is a Shafter native, BC and Cal State graduate, and she's been instrumental in helping 46 Shafter High graduates receive $250 scholarships from BC. That is twice as many as we've ever had in our history. So Bakersfield College, the city of Shafter loves you. So we'd like to say thanks once again to our sponsors. Presenting sponsor, Congressman McCarthy's campaign committee. We can hold our applause this time, huh? You worked it out. We'll get them at the end, right? The legend sponsor, Mary Trishelle. Night sponsors, Barbage Hooper King, Kay Meek, UBS, Bakersfield Ivy Legacy Foundation, the Continental Labor and Staffing Resource, the Red and White sponsors, Berry Corporation, Jeff Bell of Edward Jones, he let me share his butter, Farner Brothers, Ordees Melby, Motor City West, Cushman Wakefield, Karen and Pat Thompson there, AEC Com, Gwynn Construction, Assemblyman Vince Fong's committee. And now, will you please welcome to the stage the president of Bakersfield College, Dr. Zav Dadaboy.
Good evening, Renegades. What a fantastic evening, and it is so good to see all of you over here today. Thank you for being with us. I've been in higher education now for over 35 years, And one of the ways I get good information about how well we are doing as a college educator is by talking to our former students, our alums. Because our alums give us the temperature, they explain to us the climate, they tell us about the rich stories and about their experiences. So 10 years ago, I was fortunate. I had an opportunity to come to Bakersfield. And from the very first moment, I started to ask, tell me a little bit about Bakersfield College. And I asked the cab driver, I asked the hotel concierge, the bartenders, the restaurant servers, and other people I came across. And without any hesitation, it was always with a sense of pride. Now, I'll tell you another little story. Sorry, Cheryl, I'm just going completely off script. I had the really good fortune of spending some time with our trustee now, Nan Gomez Heitzberg, who was my suite mate for the longest time when we were working in our office. And Nan was very quick to tell me, Zab, why are you surprised that people have such rich, such wonderful stories to say about Bakersfield College? And I said, I'm just impressed. I'm not surprised, I'm impressed, because it is really impressive the way that people in our community speak about it. And then a former math faculty member, and I will tell you a little bit more about her later on, this former math faculty member explained to me that this is simple mathematics. See, Bakersfield College has over 35,000 students every single year. And typically they are with us for a couple of years, maybe 3 years, right? I mean, yeah, 3, 4 years even. But when you think about it as discrete groups of students, and you think about the entire population of Bakersfield, the metropolitan area of Bakersfield, you very quickly figure out that there is virtually no way you can meet a group of people in Bakersfield, a family, without someone having been to Bakersfield College. And I'm so proud that we are completely a part of this city. Our mayor one day observed that Bakersfield College uses the moniker, the slogan, "We are." Yeah. And our mayor told us, well, actually, we are Bakersfield, because we are so built into the fabric of this community. I am so proud of that. So I woke up this morning saying, okay, I'm going to be with alums, and I'm going to have a great experience. I'm going to have good fun. And I wondered to myself, why didn't we have this event on our campus in our fantastic new ballroom that you, our community members, paid for during Measure J? And then I thought to myself, Bakersfield, anywhere in Bakersfield, is our home. And anywhere in Bakersfield, we're the home of the Renegades. So I'm so proud to be here with you, my friends. I'm proud to be with you, alum. Our alum are the movers and shakers of our community. They are the people who make things happen. They're the people who are the business leaders, the thought leaders, and they thank you for being our alums. Thank you for that. Today you're going to be hearing from 4 special people, or about 4 special alums. And I'm not going to steal anyone's thunder, but they're just an example of multiple generations of extremely valuable renegades in our community. Thank you all for being over here. Welcome. Have a great day.
Hi, everybody. I'm Cheryl Scott. I'm the Executive Director of the BC Foundation. It is so great to see so many alumni and BC supporters together again. It's great to have you all here. We at the BC Foundation, in conjunction with the Alumni Association, are so honored to bring back the BC Alumni Hall of Fame. Now, some of you may know that the idea of a BC Hall of Fame, thank you, that the idea of a BC Hall of Fame is not a new idea. And in fact, 74 people, and their names are on the board out in front, were inducted into the BC Alumni Hall of Fame between 1987 and 2013. And then in 2013, in celebration of the college's centennial, 100 BC stars were identified, and their names are on the board out front too. Now, as I mentioned, this evening is the result of a really tremendous partnership between the foundation and the Alumni Association. Our role at the foundation, I kind of describe it as being a bit of a matchmaker and working with the community to connect it with the college and finding opportunities and things that are meaningful to individuals and businesses in the community, and to create opportunities for them to support the college and our students. And of course, you know that the Alumni Association's role is to bring together alumni and to help them stay connected to the college. Many of you knew Becky Whitson. Becky was a BC alumna, then faculty, and she was president of the BC Alumni Association for many years, decades. And that was until her passing in December 2020. I'm really thankful that I had the chance to get to know Becky and to work with her, even though it was only for a short 6 months. She and I had been working together to re-energize the Alumni Association. We brought on several new board members, including Sandy Wu Cater, who is now Vice President of the Alumni Association, and including Alex Dominguez, who stepped into the role of Alumni Association President, and he has done such a phenomenal job. We have other members of the Alumni Association Board here tonight. We have Rick Anthony, Eric Shoemate, Mia Cifuentes, Mitchell Patel. We have a really, really energetic board of directors. And when you hear more from Alex about what we have planned for the rest of the year, you'll understand what we have planned. Another partner in keeping BC's rich history alive is the BC Archives Association. Tonight we have Bob Allison with us. He is the chairman of the Archives Association. Bob, thank you for being here. And also the new director, Javier Lamas, new director of the Archives Association. Thanks for being here, gentlemen. I'd also like to introduce the chairman of the BC Foundation Board of Directors, and that's Marko Zaninovich. Put your wine down. Just kidding. Can I ask all the other BC Foundation board members to stand up, please? We do have a really good showing here tonight. Whether you're representing the college or the district or the community, please stand up. Thank you all so much for what you do for the campus community. And for me, I appreciate you very much. We have some special guests with us that I'd like to introduce. We have, of course, Congressman Kevin McCarthy, front and center. He's got his eyes on me, but I got my eyes on you. You'll hear more about Congressman McCarthy as we move on in the evening. We have former State Senator Jean Fuller. Here she is. Vivian Cow, who I just got to meet tonight. I was so happy to meet her. The district director for Senator Shannon Grove is here with us. Vivian, thanks for being here. Assembly member Vince Fong. Mayor Karen Go, the one behind the camera. Jeff Flores is here. He's Chief of Staff for Supervisor Mike Maggard. Good to see you tonight, Jeff. And Kern County Administrative Officer Ryan Alsop is here. It's great to have you here tonight, Ryan. An alum as well. So preparing for this evening was really a treat, especially working with the Beacon Studios to put together videos about our 4 inductees. Of course, we got to interact with our inductees, but we also got to talk with people who were friends with them and colleagues, and we got to hear about them from a whole different perspective. I hope you enjoy getting to know a little bit more about our inductees tonight, as much as we all did. As you can see, the BC Alumni Association is fully up and running, ready to unite, and this evening honor renegades near and far. So now I'd like to invite our BC Alumni Association President, Alex Dominguez, up to say a few words.
Good evening. I'm the short guy here, so I got to lower this a little bit for me. Well, first and foremost, I want to thank each and every one of you for being here tonight. Not only are you giving your time, but you're giving your support to the Bakersfield College Alumni Association and to our bringing back of the Alumni Association Hall of Fame dinner. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Alex Dominguez, and I have the honor of serving as president of the Alumni Association here at BC. When I was preparing to graduate from high school, I was lost. Like some of my other friends, I had no idea what I wanted to do, and being the mama's boy that I am, I didn't even know if I wanted to leave home yet. But so what I did is I did what most other students in that position do here locally. I went to BC. And at the time, it felt like a defeat. But oh boy, was I wrong. My time at BC was some of the best of my life. I found my passion, I found my career, and I found the love of my life, who I proposed to at BC just a few months, or last year actually. So it only made sense that when I returned from law school, that I would go right back to BC, right back to the place that had given me so much to find out how I could give back. And that, in turn, came through my involvement on the Alumni Association. So over the past year and a half, the Alumni Association has been hard at work to revitalize this group, to engage with our alumni, both here locally and throughout the country. And aside from this event, we have some other great events coming up throughout the year. On October 15th, which I poorly scheduled on the same day as my wedding, yeah, I'm getting the look for that one. We'll be holding our first ever Renegade Promenade, which is a chance for alumni, the community, family members of current students to come up to Panorama Drive and take a look at the transformation happening on campus. You'll be able to tour the new Science and Engineering building, grab lunch at the new Dining Commons, learn about programs and classes on campus, enjoy entertainment by our performing arts students, take a look at our new Peace Garden, and we'll get to end the day with a concert by one of our favorite local bands, Mental Buru. That event's going to kick off Homecoming Week this year, which will include the Athletic Hall of Fame dinner, the BC Golf Tournament at Rio Bravo, and of course, the homecoming game on October 22nd. Now that I've gotten to get my plug for our events, I want to give one final thanks to all of you for your support of the Alumni Association. And again, a congratulations to all our inductees. You are truly what makes BC so great. Thank you all.
Alex is a lawyer. You think he could read a calendar and know that you're going to have your wedding reception at Bakersfield College. Save some money. That might be the smart thing. All right. Are you ready? It's time to begin to honor these 4 amazing individuals tonight. So I hope you all enjoy this moment. I hope the 4 of them enjoy it as much. Our first inductee tonight is a gentleman that I came to know during my long banking career. That's Lou Barbich. Safe to say that Lou is a pillar of the community who founded a highly successful CPA firm. He's been a leader both in his profession and in the community. We're actually lucky to have Lou here in Bakersfield because if his mom had her way, he would have graduated from UC Berkeley. But who wants to go there? And would have gone on to a successful life probably in the Bay Area or in Los Angeles. But Lou wanted to be back in Kern County, and after a rough, apparently really rough, semester at UC Berkeley, he found himself back in Delano. Lou enrolled in Bakersfield College, where he got back on track with his education. He studied business and accounting at BC, then he transferred to Fresno State. By the way, Lou's mother really wanted him to finish up his studies at UC Berkeley. Didn't happen that way, but eventually she got her way in another area of life when she fixed him up with this young lady named Cheryl, who lived just a few houses down from the family, and whom he later married. Of course, Cheryl is so well known in our community as well. Lou later completed a master's degree at UCLA, but he and Cheryl decided to call Bakersfield home. Our community has been so blessed to benefit from Lou's leadership and philanthropic giving over all these years. In the video honoring Lou that you're about to see, we interviewed those who know Lou best to tell us about his work, his leadership, and his personal touch. We even spoke with a dear friend who was vacationing in Italy, so that actually created a bit of a minor technology glitch, so you'll only appear as a voice for him. So please enjoy this video honoring Lou Barbich.
Lou has always been very respected in this community, not only for what he does with his CPA firm, with his partners in mentoring the next generation of CPAs in our community, but also how he integrates into this community with other organizations.
You know, a formidable influence here in this town, very successful in anything that he takes on. He's got multiple endeavors going at any one time, but he's so humble, so kind, so incredibly generous.
He treated everybody with warmth and respect. He made each person that he met, including me, feel like we were very important people to him.
Lou was a mentor of mine. You know, I wouldn't think I'd be where I'm at without him. He was a good role model of how to interact with clients, how to gain their confidence and trust.
Building relationships is everything. But once you start building those relationships, you don't want to leave. In fact, right now, I probably should be retiring, but I've got these relationships that I've had with people for 30 or 40 years.
Under Lou's leadership, Vision 2020 was created. Vision 2020 was then presented to the city of Bakersfield. It was unanimously passed, and it became the blueprint for growth. And it was very rewarding that over the next several years to hear leadership in the city as well as leadership in the city council as they made decisions and refer back to this document. It became a very much a living and breathing document.
Lou's the kind of person that if you needed something, if you needed somebody to lend their name to a project or you needed to raise some money, he's that kind of person. He always seems to have room to do the things to help the community.
I was involved in the Vision 2020 movement from its inception, and it was really their brainchild, both, not just Lou, with Cheryl, they're quite a partnership, and they weren't there in name only. People were there to work, so I would say certainly that is one of their chief contributions to this community.
The importance of that project was the board wanted to take more of an active role in developing Bakersfield and what it would be, so we formed committees. Education, quality of life, downtown. Cheryl became the president of Vision 2020. She was behind it 100%.
Thank you, Lou, for teaching me how to gain people's confidence and trust and being dedicated and have a strong work ethic. Most of all, just having really good relationships with people around you.
You are very deserving of this award. All the people I know who could get an award like this, you would be at the top of my list. Congratulations, Lou.
Lou, I'm so excited that you're receiving this award, and I'm so excited and privileged to call you friend. And you not only invested in this community, but you invested in me personally, and I will never forget that. Thank you for all that you've done.
I'm not unique in that. Anybody that knows Lou and Cheryl, it's a blessing, it's an honor and they just do it because of who they are.
I say Bakersfield saved my life. It wasn't necessarily saved my life, but it really got me going, and I think Bakersfield College is a really good place for people, when they're not ready maybe to go to a four-year or go someplace else. It's a real grounding place where you can be grounded, you can stay local. I believe in it 100%.
How great was that? Lou, you are a perfect example of a BC success story. You're a perfect example of how BC can help a person get on track, lay the foundation for their future, and to move on and lead such a successful and impactful career and life. You are that person. Please come up and accept your award. Lou's award says, in recognition of your dedication and positive impact on the community and your profession. Congratulations.
Thank you. Love it. Love it. This is great. And first of all, I am commend Cheryl Scott for all the things that she did. She's an excellent executive director and drove this thing through and made you feel comfortable for doing it. Anyway, thank you very much. I'd like to thank the Bakersfield College Alumni Board of Directors for honoring me with this recognition. It is especially meaningful to me because studying at BC came at a time in my life that helped me transition on a path to a successful education and career, not only at BC, but on to Fresno State and UCLA. Those years emphasized my belief that, and I've said it many, many times, education is the key to success. Bakersfield College provided that. One of the things I looked up a couple of quotes of what education is like, and amazingly enough, Albert Einstein has some of my same thoughts. He must have taken them from there. Education is not the learning of facts, but the training of the mind to think. And that's what got me going at Bakersfield College. And then another quote from a person that I've really admired over the years, Nelson Mandela. And he and I are on the same page when he said, education is the most powerful weapon you have to use to change the world. And he meant it too. The world in my case means having a positive effect on my community and profession, which I've tried to do. I hope my story will inspire others who have an educational setback like I have. Nothing wrong with Cal Berkeley, but Bakersfield College was a heck of a lot better. There's no doubt about it, no doubt about it. After an educational setback like that, I got back into the game, continued my education, and allowed me to make a difference within our community. BC allowed me that opportunity. I have a couple of special recognitions. I'm not going to take a long time, but to my mom, who's saying over and over again, you will complete your education no matter what. And I'm not sure what would happen if I didn't obtain an education, but I know I didn't want to experience it from that woman. She was always pushing. She had a 6th grade education in Argentina, and she knew that everybody's going to get a college degree. To my best friend, supporter, and mentor, my wife Cheryl, without her help, I could not have accomplished as much. It is truly a team effort. We come as a team. We do everything together. Play pickleball together. We do everything together. To my partners for attending tonight, Patrick Hoffman, who you saw, and his spouse Leah, Danera Mian and her spouse Mario, and Mike Stevenson and his spouse Shanna. And I do have a special thanks to my two sisters-in-laws that came from out of town, my Lori Heinzman and her husband Bob and her spouse Bob, right down there, and Melissa Roberts and her spouse Karen Sandusky. Thank you guys for coming and supporting me. And thanks for everyone who came tonight and supported BC, because it's a great organization. Thank you.
Time for some pictures on stage. Marco, if you can come up. Zav, Alex.
Hey.
Come on over, you be in the middle. Oh, there you are. Sneaky, sneaky.
I know, doing the same day. Thank you.
Don't forget your award. You know, when I started my position exactly 2 years ago yesterday, I was hired by, it was kind of a dual hiring process with the BC Foundation Board of Directors and then President Sonia Christian. I'm responsible to all of them. That's a lot of bosses. And then let's not even talk about the Alumni Association Board of Directors. But early on, very early on, Sonia made it clear that she really wanted us to work together to build and revitalize the Alumni Association. And it was a true team project. It's taken a lot of people. It took a good year and a half to really get it off the ground. Sonia, thank you for your guidance and your leadership, and now your leadership as Chancellor of the Kern Community College District. Sonia Christian, right here up front. And it's always so great to feel supported by people that you don't even interact with on a regular basis. And for me, that is the College District's Board of Trustees. So they oversee 3 different colleges. BC is just one of 3. But I'm so proud to say that 4 of our trustees from the College District are here tonight. And they're all sitting at this table. We have Nan Gomez, oh no, these 2 tables near each other. Kay Meek, who also serves on our Foundation Board of Directors, representing the Board of Trustees. My friend and mentor, thank you. Nan Gomez Heitzberg. Thanks for being here, Nan. Giovanni Jimenez. Thank you, Giovanni. And of course, the chairman of the Board of Trustees, Romeo Agbalag. Romeo is always super supportive, and you just heard from Bob Meadows, real-life examples of how he supports what the colleges are doing in the communities, especially the rural communities. Thank you all for your leadership. Bob, would you like to introduce our next inductee?
That's what you hired me for, Cheryl. Although I see this amazing group out here, I feel like I should be washing dishes or something. You guys are we're just really impressive group out here tonight. So, well, inductee number 2, I think this is where the party kind of kicks off. This young lady, I've known her for a while. We sat next to each other at the omelet eating contest, which I won. She can't eat 12 eggs. I'm not sure that I should have. But Natisha T. Johnson is... She's our next amazing honoree. So we're just calling her T from here on out. We got that? Right? T started at Bakersfield College as a cheerleader. Shocking. After serving as Dottie Driller during her high school days at BHS. And though she no longer wears a uniform, at least in public, T's never stopped cheering for Bakersfield. She is known as a community connector, someone who can get you in touch with the right person or group and make the magic happen. While running her production company, Upside Productions, she has helped to raise $500,000 for the local community through charitable events. She also runs Upside Academy, a leadership training program for youth, which is based in community service and volunteerism. She's not just a champion for her community, but for individuals as well, supporting them and celebrating their successes and accomplishments, as you will hear in her video. T has served as the Fox Theater Board president and was appointed by the governor of the state of California. One good thing he's done. So let's give credit. He appointed T to serve on the Kern County Fair Board. After BC, T earned her bachelor's and master's degrees from Cal State Bakersfield. Recently, she earned a diversity, equity, and inclusion certificate from Cornell University. This is one very special person. Our community is so blessed to have her here. I love that girl. Let's all enjoy watching T. Johnson's video.
I started to know T by rumor first before I actually met her in person. I heard that she was the Black mayor of Bakersfield, the connector of connectors, and that she really knew how to do community work.
I would describe T as powerful and loyal. T is a powerhouse. She commands her presence, and she is loyal to the core.
T is a light bulb. You know, T is one, when she walks into the room gets brighter. You notice her, whether it's through her voice or through her presence, but more so through her presence, and more so the fact she just exudes giving. She wants to serve and help others.
Sometimes it's easy to recognize our talent. Some people are singers, some people are dancers. I was neither. My talent was just the gift of connecting to people, the gift of helping and being a good steward with an authentic heart and giving back. So that's my why, that's my purpose.
When I think of T being a community connector, I think of her really understanding that it takes all of us to get things done. But it takes courage to talk to people who may not look like you, who may not think the same as you, to say, hey, all of our youth need help. What does this look like? And I think that's why she volunteers at the Dream Center. So she sees a need, she's there.
With Upside Production, the way she has the kids and gets them involved in the community is so critical, especially in today's time, when oftentimes we lose sight of the importance of giving back. She has reinstated Gospel Day. And not only did she reinstate it, but she reinstated it to a level of success that we had never had.
Everyone has a story. Everyone has a situation. And to be compassionate, because you don't know what someone has gone through, especially when the kids would come through, and some of them would have great smiles, but to read the report, to read the story, it's like, how are you still smiling? How are you still standing? And that inspired me to smile and to continue to stand no matter what. So I think my appreciation for love and life in the community comes from seeing a lot of the stories that happened around me and just being supportive for those kids and for the community.
T, you're very well deserving. I'm so excited for you and looking forward to more great things to come in the future for you.
You have delivered and delivered beyond expectation. and you're worthy of this recognition. And I'm so honored to be your friend.
Please know that so many people are looking at you to be their role model. You're doing a great job. You have an army behind you who supports you. We love you, and we're just waiting for what's next in your life. Congratulations.
T, we love you. It's such a pleasure to honor you tonight for all the time and effort and energy and commitment you put into making our community a better place, making life better for kids in our community, building future leaders. It's just an honor to honor you. Come on up. T, your award says, in recognition of your commitment to serving the community and improving the lives of others. Congratulations.
Ooh, y'all gonna try to make me, hey! We are, I said we are, you better ask somebody. Oh my goodness, let me breathe. I have a speech. I actually have a speech. I usually come up with the mic and I start rambling like Bob, but I'm actually, gotcha. That's my boy, I love him. But first I would like to give honor to God. It's because of him. It is because of his grace. Thank you to Bakersfield College, Alumni Foundation, and Bakersfield College for this recognition. Thank you, Cheryl. I know the work you've put into this. Thank you so much for everything that you've done and your staff. Thank you to Chancellor Sonia Christian. We've worked on Measure J and other things together, so thank you so very much. Dr. Databoy, where's he at? Saw him early. Thank you as well as you lead the renegades over there. I'm grateful for the education that I received at Bakersfield College. One big lesson that I've learned when I was at Bakersfield College is it's not how you start. If you're a renegade, it's about the journey, it's about the fight, and it's about the finish. And you have to always keep that in mind because we're all gonna start different places. And it's that journey that's gonna keep pushing you and keep inspiring you each and every day to pay it forward back to your community. It is such an honor to be with 3 other honorees. I see you, Kev. I see all y'all out there. Whose lives impacted our community through their unwavering dedication to helping others. I'm just a little country girl from Bakersfield. I grew up on Gorille and Lakeview. Anybody remember where Lakeview? Yeah, I see some hood folks over here. 4th Street and 6th Street, and remember playing outside till the lights come on. I drank from the water holes. I played with the dirty ice and ate it, and I'm still standing here today. I went to church 8 days out of the week, mama. My mother, a single parent, refused to give the devil the opportunity to comfort an idling mind of a young black child. She kept us busy, doing busy work, helping others, and it's because of her, my mother, Grandma Whoople, that I stand here today. Thank you, Mom. I know that I'm blessed. I'm blessed to have seen so many women in my life who look like me do phenomenal things. Trailblazers in our community, like Irma Carson, Dee Slade, Lily Parker, Mother Cora Jordan, Fuchsia Ward, Kathy Campbell, and Deanna Lewis, our Businesswoman of the Year. These warrior women are still here standing by my side, and they pour into me, and their shoulders is where I stand today, and I thank you. However, that's not the case for many black women who, for the most part, had to stand up alone. one person being Sojourner Truth, stood in a room full of women who did not look like her and gave one of the most amazing speeches ever given, Ain't I a Woman? She was tired, she was heartbroken, she gave everything, but she never gave up. I stand here because of women like Sojourner Truth and Rosa Parks, my grandmother, my mother, and many other women who have taught me the value of hard work, laughter, and love. So this award here is for you all, and I love you for that. I want to take a moment to say thank you to my Upside Academy family, my wonderful family and friends at my table right there, right? Balaji, Traco, Tanya, Brenda, Bishop, Michael Bowers, Nick Hill. Thank you guys for always pouring into me and being there, being a constant, daily constant in my life, because y'all know I can get petty sometimes. I'm just saying, I appreciate you. I want to thank my illustrious sisters of the Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority. I see you guys, Kappa Alpha. Those are my sisters over there, for always supporting me and showing me what excellence is every day. I'd like to thank the Bakersfield Ivy Foundation as well for your support. To close, I'd like to thank my family, my rock, my son, Robert Johnson IV, who serves on BPD as an officer who serves and protects our community, and I thank him every day for his stewardship. That's my baby. I tell people when y'all at home sleep, he's making sure you're all right. So treat our officers right. And to my daughter, Katie Johnson. That's my little mini-me. She is the junior class president of Highland High School. She is my biggest cheerleader. She'll say, Mama, that don't look good. That don't look good. Put something else on. I'm like, okay. So I love you, baby girl, so thank you for that. And my husband of 22 years, you forgot the count too? He's a silent man, but he's the best man ever. He is a man who never tells me no and says, what are we doing next? What do you need? I can't do this without you, baby. And I love you, and I thank you for, you can make me cry. Thank you. I'm done, I'm gonna cry. Ooh, I'm done.
It's picture time. Sonia. Come on over to this side. Aww. Beautiful. You're okay. There's room back there.
No pushing, Cheryl.
Congratulations, that was wonderful. Thank you so much.
Oh, big shout out to my girl Norma. Where you at? Norma Rojas. Thank you for all the love and support. Thank you, Norma.
It's T's world. We just get to play in it. So, and how can her husband not be a great guy? His name is Robert. All right. We're only halfway through our nominees. We got two amazing people left here. So, our third tonight, and this is really special. We're recognizing Shirley Haney, a 1993 graduate of BC's Child Development Program. After college, Shirley worked at the Development Center at BC and Cal State Bakersfield. But about 15 years ago, she found a different way to use her gifts when she began taking in newborns that needed temporary emergency foster care placement after birth. Shirley provides care for the baby's first month of life while social workers sort out a permanent arrangement for the child. During that time, Shirley provides the baby's first interactions with a caring and nurturing human and helps them to experience bonding, love, and trust, which is critical for the future development of a child. To date, she has fostered, brace yourself, 109 babies. That's a lot of love. She does all the normal things of caring for a baby, getting up throughout the night, taking them everywhere she needs to go, but in several cases, she's taken in medically fragile babies that require her to undergo extensive medical training, make frequent trips to the emergency room, and in some cases, join him with extended stays for the baby. She's there by the baby's side for the entire time. Shirley has even become close friends with some of the families that reunite with or adopt infants that started off in her care. You'll hear from some of these women in a moment in tonight's video. To these friends, she is affectionately known as Mama Shirley. So this evening, we honor Mama Shirley for her selfless commitment to the most vulnerable in our community, for providing them with love and nurturing them to give them the best start in life. Please enjoy this video honoring Shirley Haney.
So Shirley and I have been married for 27 years. There's no one I've ever seen that cares and loves children, and especially the infants and the babies, like Shirley. She has a skill and a talent and a God-given gift to care for these kids.
She's amazing. She has been such an impact on the foster kids, on just showing human kindness and inspiration and just a big heart.
She is very kind-hearted, very in the mindset for helping everybody around her. She never puts herself first. She advocates like crazy for these kids.
I have had a passion for children for as far back as I can remember. I can remember as a young child at church always wanting to hold everybody else's babies. If I wasn't in the Sunday school class, they could always find me in the nursery. I've always wanted to be with children. And so when I had this opportunity to watch other children, it's always been my goal. I love babies.
So we've had 109 babies in our home. And having 109 babies in our home and a constant revolving door of no sleep has certainly been hard, but its benefits are endless, as well as the love that it has taught us, and not just the word of love, but the true God-like love and the love that God would have for all of us as his children on this earth.
This last year, I have seen her dedicate her life to a child that is not hers, but in her heart is. There was a whole month she stayed in the hospital with him in just a chair, and for a child that's not yours is so precious, amazing, inspirational.
That's the kind of stuff she does. She goes above and beyond because she wants everybody to feel loved and special and acknowledged, and she's just amazing.
I definitely encourage others to foster if you have a love for children. And I've grown with a community of people with other foster parents. We've learned that sometimes some of the hardest things happen in foster care, and the only people who really understand it are other foster parents. And it's really good to have other foster moms to talk to when times are hard.
I love her. I appreciate her. I'm proud of her. She's deserving of this award. Congratulations.
Thank you for everything you do for us and our family. I am so blessed to know you. Thank you.
Enjoy the fact that you are being acknowledged for everything that you do, because it is so overdue and so beyond well-deserved. And we love you so very, very much.
I love you, Mama Shirley.
How about that? Wow. Well, I'm sorry to say Shirley can't be here with us tonight. I know. is because she had planned a well-deserved family vacation to celebrate belatedly a very special birthday that passed while she spent time in the hospital with the sick baby that we heard about a moment ago. So she is in New Jersey right now, and she is with the Swatzel family. And we heard from Jess Swatzel and Sparrow Swatzel, who said, "We love you, Mama Shirley." We do have here tonight two amazing people who raised Shirley to be the amazing woman that she is. Shirley's parents are here tonight. Would you two please stand up? Thank you for being here. You did a wonderful job with your daughter, and you impacted all of these families. Shirley's son, Austin, and his wife are also here, and Austin's going to come up and say a few words and accept his mom's award on her behalf. Shirley's award reads, "In recognition of your commitment to enhancing the lives of children and families in our community." Austin?
Thank you so much. I am so excited to be here for my mom. I'm sad that she's unable to be here to accept the award herself, but considering she spent her 50th birthday in a hospital room for over a month to watch a child, she deserves this vacation. At BC, she was able to learn a lot of the core fundamentals that she needed to be able to help take care of these children. There are a lot of developmental issues and things like that that come into emergency foster care. These aren't just your average babies born without any issues. A lot of them have emotional or developmental issues that they need extra care, extra support, extra love, and she's able to provide that to them. And in turn, she's basically become a baby whisperer. That's the best way to describe it. She can take a newborn who's in the arms of their mother, crying their eyes off for well over an hour, and within a couple seconds, she has that baby calm, nice, easy, relaxed. It's a very special gift that she's been given to be able to help these children. And it's never been because she wants to or she gets anything out of it. It's something that she's able to give back to the community and is able to show that love and be able to show just how much she appreciates what she has in her life, that she's able to give back this way. So thank you.
Okay, let's scoot over here.
All right, it's time for the closer. This gentleman's one of the best known leaders in the entire world, but he's here with us tonight. Kevin McCarthy. He recently shared with BC some of his wonderful memories of his time in college, beginning when he was a child living just a few blocks away from campus. He attended BC football games with his dad and, I'm not sure about this, snuck through fences to play on fields with neighborhood friends. Statute of limitations has run out on that. Kevin was on the Bakersfield High football team when the Drillers had a huge... You drillers never give up, do you? Drillers had a huge playoff game against West High. That's all you can do. That was going to draw so many spectators that got moved to the BC field. After high school, Kevin attended BC. In fact, it was his BC accounting professor he went to for advice about what to do with his lottery winnings, which he eventually used to open Kevin O's, his deli. From the BC campus to the halls of Congress, Kevin has always remained loyal and committed to his community. As one of the highest ranking politicians and leaders to ever come out of San Joaquin Valley, Kevin still comes home almost every weekend. Right, Judy? At least he's in the building. And that's a testament to his constant devotion to his hometown. So he's here tonight with us. Let's enjoy the video honoring Kevin McCarthy.
I describe Kevin as a people person, and that's not said lightly. He does it by being genuinely personable with them, remembering things about them, and liking them.
My husband and I have been with Kevin and Judy out of town at different events. We were around multiple celebrities, I guess you could say, and one of the first things he would say was talking something about Bakersfield. And so, you know, imagine he flies all over the country and his top priority is Bakersfield, his hometown, and that's a genuine, real thing.
Well, Kevin is probably one of the most hardworking people I know. His work ethic is unparalleled. For me, what highlights just his passion for the community and his ability to bring people together is when we put together the first Valley Fever Symposium. Through that, has launched a tremendous amount of progress in Valley Fever research, brought a national lens to the issue, and it was Kevin that was the glue that brought it all together.
Well, I started BC directly out of high school. I went to Bakersfield High School in 1983. I graduated. I came straight up to Bakersfield College. I always had this high regard for Bakersfield College. It was different. And that's what I needed and what it does for the community. I wanted to give back, and I ran, and I was fortunate enough to win, and it was my first election I ever won.
Kevin and Judy both have just taken a instant love, I guess, with my daughter, Chloe. Chloe is 14 and a half. She goes to Legacy Christian Academy. She has Down syndrome. She's very high functioning. He will just out of the blue call and say, I've got some time, can Chloe have ice cream? And there's no press, it's just, he just wants to sit and visit with Chloe, and I think those are priceless for her.
He's championed many agricultural issues. One of the biggest ones is the WIN Act in an attempt to get water back into this valley in order to support our agricultural community. And he did a tremendous job at that, reaching across the aisle and working with Senator Feinstein, reaching across the county and working with Congressman Nunes.
Kevin has always been at the table. He's always found a way to advocate for our community, and he's never lost sight of the value of being grounded in Kern County.
I think his mental fortitude has really impressed me, that he's able to hang in there and keep going and staying strong. My wife has always said from the very beginning, Kevin has a golden touch, and he does.
I just thank for the opportunity, and I just look forward to the rest of the time that BC continues to grow and opens a lot more minds and a lot more community, higher education for everybody.
I'm so happy for him and his family. I'm proud to say he's a friend. You know, we continue to cherish our friendship that we have with him, as well as the friendship that he has with Chloe, and congratulations.
The only other thing I'd like to highlight is I happen to know both of his children. That might be a measure of a man that people should take note of. He has two tremendous children.
This is certainly well-deserved, and I congratulate Kevin tremendously for this honor.
I'd like to congratulate Kevin. You know, it's well-deserved. He should be very proud, especially for the hard work that he's put in. I think he's done a wonderful job with what he was given.
Well, I thought I had the honor of introducing Kevin McCarthy, but Bob did an amazing job, and I've got 5 pages of notes here. So I want to congratulate all the inductees before I get to the man of the hour here. You know, I want to go back to being president of Bakersfield College. Do you know that? It's amazing the stories that each and every one of you had to say. So you may know Congressman McCarthy as a member of the U.S. House of Representatives for the last 15 years. But do you know Kevin? You may know Congressman McCarthy as the House Majority Leader, the first in California's history. But do you know Kevin? You may know Congressman McCarthy as the House Majority Whip. But do you know Kevin? You may know Congressman McCarthy as being the top fundraiser of the Republican Party. But do you know Kevin? For example, did you know that Kevin comes from a long line of Democrats and is the first Republican in his family? Did you know that? I did not. Did you know that Kevin isn't much of a singer? According to his wife of 30 years, Judy, Kevin thinks he knows every word of every song he sings and gets them all wrong. Judy, there's no karaoke tonight. So what does Kevin read for fun? The Political Almanac. So his closest friends, Kevin is known for being a member of expert with fun facts and the next Jeopardy champion in the making. Did you know that Kevin still lives in his very first house that he purchased? I didn't. I thought that was really cool. And he gets his steps by walking his dogs, and so do I. Golden Retriever, Neo. So have you been to Frugati's recently? What did you enjoy at Frugati's? Anyone? Anyone? It's Kevin's Chicken Parmesan Pizza. And what about Sequoia's? Have you been there recently? Had the McCarthy sandwich. And these were Kevin's creations. According to one of his staff, Kevin is known for having the best snacks stocked in his office. A 4th-generation Bakersfield native, Kevin was born on January 25th, 10 pounds, 11 ounces. His mom, Berta, referred to him as the happiest of babies, a demeanor he has carried throughout his life. Kevin and his 2 older siblings, Mark and Shirley, grew up on Nelson Street, a few blocks from Bakersfield College. And according to legend, Kevin's father, Owen, used to cut the hair of the boys, but he didn't mess around with his daughter's hair. Kevin's connections to Bakersfield College and the Kern Community College District run deep. He attended Renegade football games, as Bob mentioned, as a youngster and enrolled in BC classes after graduating from BHS. And on the video, Kevin, you mentioned about your first election, trustee of the Kern Community College District, and now we call you trustee emeritus. In 2014, I actually started as president in 2013, and in 2014, before the election, the June 18th edition of the Californian had a real large photograph front page above the fold. And the picture was of Kevin in his DC office, sitting on the couch, his head kind of, thrown back, just his wide, that Kevin smile. And the caption in the Californian had a statement from him. My grandfather was a cattle rancher. My father was a firefighter. If I'm fortunate enough to be the majority leader, that was in 2014, and we've got big things that will happen in 2022 and 23. If I was fortunate enough to be the majority leader, is that not the American dream? It's just a beautiful quote. As the highest-ranking political leader to ever come from the San Joaquin Valley, Kevin has been an ambassador for Bakersfield throughout his career. Renegade blood certainly flows in Kevin's veins. He supports our students returning home from military service, and his support has been constant and has been unwavering. In fact, where's Jenny? You know, Jenny and I were talking outside, and she was sharing a story about a combat nurse who had returned from Afghanistan and was diagnosed with cancer. And her family was wanting to have a promotion for her. And Jenny did not know what to do. So she called Vince and said, we need to make this happen. And Vince put a call in to Kevin McCarthy, and he made it happen. And Jenny went on to say that Kevin was there in that room, but he made sure there was no publicity. It was just him in there for this individual. And we've seen that at BC. Paul Beckworth, you know, whenever they need anything, you just open the doors for them. And in fact, as president of BC and now as chancellor, Jean, you know, when we go to DC, the staff are amazing, and all the millions of dollars we've brought for these first-generation students, it's because of you. So throughout his successful career, Kevin has never forgotten Bakersfield College and our Kern County students. The nation might know him as the powerful Congressman McCarthy, but we know him as just Kevin, our Kevin. Thank you for everything you've done for BC and for KCCD. Tonight, we not only celebrate what you have done, but more importantly, we celebrate who you are. A son of Bakersfield College who has gone forth and made a world of difference. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you BC's alum, Kevin McCarthy. You see, he got his own plaque. So in recognition of your commitment to public service and the other positive impact you have made on others, Kevin McCarthy.
Well, Sonia, Chancellor, thank you so much. To Cheryl Scott, and especially to all of you. It is a very big honor. To the other recipients, to Lou, you're a little like me. We don't deserve it. It's Lou and Cheryl, and it's Kevin and Judy who should be really getting this. So, to T, we see how much you do in this community every day. You help me in my job for the community each and every time, and you're just a blessing to have. So congratulations. And to Shirley, my daughter Meg reached over to me and she said, "You should have gone first, Dad." What a God-given soul Shirley is. I mean, to thank all those babies and to be in a hospital for a full month. Tell your mom what a blessing she is, and really makes the community great. BC is more to me than just an education. I did grow up down the hill, and we would go there on the weekends, and it was a bend in the fence that you went through. You go on to the field, and the only place you could play with the high jump and everywhere else. And I remember going in 1976 in a caravan down to the Rose Bowl for the 1976 Junior Rose Bowl champions of the Renegades, and how proud we were from that basis. In my junior high, at Washington Junior High, it was a BC football player that was a noontime aide, Parcell. And he was the individual that kind of mentored us and caught us in good shape. And, you know, to be able to do full circle, to go to school there, and my very first real election ever elected to was to be a trustee at Kern Community College. It has every aspect of my life. It's been there. The one thing I do want to thank this organization is to not, in my case, looking at our report cards to determine this award. I don't know if I've improved, but you know, my time at BC, it's great too, and my friends are here. Todd Littlejohn is now the coach. He played there, we played high school together, and I couldn't think of a better place for him to come home and bring back that renegade spirit. To Marshall, who's been my friend from the day I entered high school, he's known Judy as long as I've known Judy. I think I had you bring her the rose, right? The first time we asked her out, yeah. I was. And Marshall went off to Stanford, and I remember on the weekends, I'd go up to Stanford. He'd have to get somebody to pick me up at the airport, and I'd go watch him play football, and I'd come back. And the great thing about this community, no matter where you go, you come home, because there's no other place like here. And to Tim Gwynn, who he and I went to BC together, we had our accounting class together, and we were going to rule the world. But you know what? Just in that accounting class, I got lucky one weekend, going down to San Diego State to visit some buddies and cashing a check at Foodtown Market. Second day the lottery started, I bought a lottery ticket, and I won the lottery. And I asked our accounting professor what I should do with the money. They didn't take any taxes out back then, and I invested it all in one stock, and we did pretty well. And he gave me the courage to open a business, which in essence paid the rest of our way through college and helped us get our start. And that was Bakersfield College. And that helped all along the way. To my family, Judy helped me get better grades at BC and other places too. Every paper she wrote, I got an A. To Megan, who is my political advisor, I should have not gone last. To my brother, this is the type of brother you want. It's just the other day, it's the 4th of July, it's the afternoon. We're at Lowe's, and I can get a 70% off on a refrigerator, but I have to move it myself in an hour. So I call my brother, and we got 70% off that refrigerator. To my sister-in-law, Monica, she's fabulous. To my mom, who can't be here, I just ask one thing. We all say a prayer. She's got surgery tomorrow at UCLA. She's watching online, if it's working. If not, we'll send her a clip, and you all say I mentioned how great she is. Okay? But to this community, I can't thank you enough. I take great pride in the fact of where I come from, and I do not leave. I take pride in telling people I can't get elected anywhere else, but I thank you for allowing me to serve you. I started at BC, I went to Cal State, and I can't think of any better place. And for everyone who participates in this, this goes a long way. And if I missed anybody, I apologize. But to everyone who spoke on, from Kathy saying something nice, I know was not easy. To Vince, you're doing a fabulous job. He interned early on. He went on to big schools, but he came right back. To Kathy, who turned me down for my first internship. I take great pride in that, as her daughter Madeline interns for me now. But you learn a great deal in this town, and I thank you for that, and I thank the Alumni Association. Thank you very much.
You're so sneaky.
You always forget the most important person, Kay Meek. I would not have this award without her. I would have not been on the board. And if you don't vote for me, blame her, because she was my first campaign chair, whatever I did.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. Good to see you tonight.
Well, it's almost 9 o'clock, and I'm sorry to see the evening come to an end. Although I didn't get to eat, so maybe I'll be able to have some cake in a minute. Right out of the box. So before we call it a night, though, I would like to recognize the fantastic team at Seven Oaks, many of whom are BC alums. We got to meet a lot of them today as Courtney and Alyssa and I were hanging out here and the rest of the team. I'd like to thank the behind-the-scenes team from Bakersfield College who made the event possible, especially Stacy Shepard, Kristen Raby, and Monica Scott. And finally, my foundation team, who I couldn't do anything without you gals. You're amazing. Courtney Carter, Alyssa Cross, Kylie Gregory Gutierrez, Susan Hubble, and Gracie Magallanes pulled this all together. You gals are amazing. Thank you for all you do. Now, if you haven't already had an arm wrestling contest at your table to see who was going to take the flowers home, then I would just say whoever at your table will next celebrate a birthday. Oh, Kristen Raby's already celebrating. She must have a birthday coming up real soon. Or whatever kind of method you have deciding who's going to get to take these beautiful flowers home. And I just have to brag a little bit on saving some money. I know Kevin's going to appreciate this. It wasn't quite 70%, but we got the flowers from Vaughn's at the marketplace. Yeah, they're amazing. The valet team will be out front until 9:20, so if you valeted your car, be sure to get your car or at least your keys by then. And finally, please fill out one of the contact update slips that are out front so we can stay in touch with you and keep you informed about upcoming Alumni Association events. Thank you all for being here. We're 5 minutes early. Drive safely. It's great to see you all. Good night.